Okay, so we're talking through the idea of an art journal. And an art journal can be anything you want, as I think I wrote in the blog. But I wanted to walk you through this one that I made because I'm kind of proud of it and I think it's an awful lot of fun. So this is a book that I got at a used bookstore. It was super cheap. I won't pay for expensive used books. So it can't have been more than like $1 or $2. It is Madame Bovary by Flaubert. Look it up. It's a peculiar story about a woman who wanted more and then didn't get it and killed herself. So, that's a thing. These are some rhinestones that come in a strip. I certainly didn't put these on one at a time. But what I did is I took the innards out. I went ahead and cut along the spine to get the signature out. And then I found this funky fabric that I had, and I went ahead and used it to reinforce the spine because I knew that I was going to be poking holes through the spine, and in taking that signature out, the spine didn't have the kind of integrity that I was hoping it would have after taking the signature out. So I took out the signature. I decided that I wanted to do, that I wanted to bind it at the top and the bottom of the spine title. I could have gone all the way down, I could have done multiple, but I definitely wanted to keep the top and the bottom so that I could still view the spine and the title of the book. So then I just gathered up a bunch of papers that I had lying around. I have a lot of paper. I do collect paper and books, and I take them apart. Then I put them together in new books. And I went ahead and, used a device that I'll put a photo of on the blog. But I used that device to go ahead and put holes through the signatures. This is a signature here. So I put holes through the signatures at the spots that I put holes in the spine. And then I did just a very simple sort of out, in, and then I tied it. Interestingly, this thread is waxed, which is why you're getting that bleeding there. That's the wax that's melting, possibly from a heating gun, possibly just from being in New Mexico. And the next signature, the same situation. The twine on this one isn't doing the same sort of thing. That could be a difference in the paper. It could be a difference in using a heat gun, and then in the last signature as well. So the reason that I did this was so that I didn't have something precious necessarily, nothing sort of bought from the store that cost any kind of money that I could play around with. So you can see this is a glossy paper. This is a matte. This is sort of a cardstock black paper. And so this is obviously from the book Madame Bovary. And so, this was some heat embossing, and you can see that the ink bled a little bit. But I was also playing with some watercolors here. These are metallic watercolors that I like really, really well. Actually, that may be metallic pen. This is a really great paper. It's very fragile, but it's nice and matte. It absorbs inks and dyes really, really well. I put that in there so that I could play a bit with that. Then I did add some, visual interest with some images that I'll probably, use gesso on. This is just a stencil that I like to use, and then some glittery watercolors. This doesn't take any sort of talent, but it's sort of mindful and mindless at the same time. So I really enjoy doing those. Let's see what else we got going on here. This is a gift bag that I cut up for bits and pieces. This was me experimenting with what some of my metallic watercolors would do on a black cardstock. As you can imagine, black paint, or rather any kind of paint, acts differently with a black background than it does with a white, and with a cardstock versus a porous paper. This one was kind of interesting. This is an ink that I made from turmeric that I am going to add to the blog at a later time. And I don't remember, I think this was an ink I made as well, but for the life of me, I can't remember what it was. We'll just pretend I made it. I've got some coloring papers in here, coloring pages rather, in here that I can go at with pencils or ink. I can gesso over them and then color them in. That may be all that I've worked in this book. But this was a really fun project. It was really satisfying for me. It's given me a lot of different substrates to work with. There's sort of this manufactured book. There are these encyclopedia pages. There are these glossy pages from books. Another stencil situation. This was stationery that I really liked, that I saved for decades. Yeah, so I kind of just wanted to share this with you because it's a really fun, really unpretentious, unprecious way of creating an art journal that you don't feel bad about destroying. If there's something you hate, you just pull it out. It comes clean from the signature. I added some ribbons so that I could tie it closed because undoubtedly it will get chunky. So yeah, so that's my Madame Bovary by Flaubert homemade art journal. So I encourage you to do something similar. If you want a step-by-step, I can certainly put that together. In fact, I may just put it together just because I want to. It doesn't take a lot of talent. It just takes a little bit of mathematics, a little bit of measuring, and books and bits and pieces you find around the house. So there you go.